Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Perry Richardson from Striper, and you're watching Show Me Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony. Rock on.
Right about
there.
Oh yeah. Hey.
What's going on, you guys?
What's happening?
Tony, good to see you guys.
Good to see you, man. How's
We're going
things
country.
going? We are tonight. We are going country for the first time on Show Me Your Pick. George Strait. Yep. And we'll eventually cross all the genre lines here on Show Me Your Pick eventually. So yeah, but we are going country tonight, Charles. You are most correct. George Strait. Big collection. The king. The king of country.
Pure country.
Yeah,
Pure country.
dude. Yeah, man. How's things going this week, Charles?
Working, you guys. It's good to be doing it. Let me tell you, hey, the temperature, my God, it's going to get cold.
I know.
It's over. Summer's gone. Forget it.
Yeah. Big temperature difference here in the south coming up. So, yeah. Welcome the cool temps for fall.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I always look forward to the change. When the seasons change.
October the 16th, 2021. It's a little after 9 p.m. on a Saturday night. Show Me Your Pick. Nice to see everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Who we got in the chat, Charles?
Hey, I'll tell you who we got. First of all, we got Sandra Picorni. We love you, Sandra. We got Keith H. Keith, what's up, bro? Got Mike Neese. Mike, how you doing, brother? Got some guy, Fruitcake Tony. I know that dude. Thomas Farrow. How you doing, Thomas? And let's see. We've got Christopher Sawa. How you doing, my man? Man, I thoroughly enjoyed all your posts from KISS, dude. That was absolutely cool.
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed that, man. I'm still watching them. Who else do we have? Lenny, Lou, and Mary. It's good to see you guys. Hey, Mary. And let me see that. I believe that's about it.
We'll recognize them as they come in.
Oh, Dan in New Jersey. Dan, how's it going, bro?
Dan, hey, dude.
Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
No.
All the cool kids.
Yeah.
I think Christopher Live Sal is going to win tonight.
Let me tell you what. That's the most concert-going dude I know.
I have a feeling he's going to win.
I got to say it.
We shall see. Know your George Strait, guys and gals.
Yep.
Let's show them what we're going to give them, dude. How about it?
That's a beautiful pick, man.
What do you call that effect, Charles?
When
it's red with the yellow flecks. What do they call that?
I don't know. What do they call that?
Tony's given it a name before, I thought. Tony, what do you call that kind of style of pick?
I mean, I know it as a gut pick is what I would know it as.
Tortex.
Tortex. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
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 Those look
Tortex.
cool.
That's it. That's correct, actually.
Yeah. It Tortex is, they used to make guitar picks out of the shells of actual turtles until the laws making them protected, and now these aren't real quote unquote tortoise. You know, they
But that
stopped
one
that.
is, right?
No, they stopped that probably 1969, 1970, 71.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Yep.
So it's just a plastic that mimics it?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me show one of these other new picks.
Hey, look
So,
at that.
kids, on Wednesday night on the other show, we have these cool new guitar picks. If you want one, you can message me, and certainly we can arrange you getting one. Yeah.
I love those picks. Beautiful picks, man.
Let's get to another view. And there we go. So, yes, there will be a George Strait question a little later on in the show, and that is what we will be playing for. Yeah.
Love it, man.
Lenny Lou and Christopher Live Sour got those this week. Oh, and Mike Neese, too.
Very cool.
Yeah. So there were a bunch of you I see who, yeah, I did mail these picks to, and I'm glad they arrived okay. Thank you for watching. Yes. Yeah.
Love my pick. They look better in person.
Yeah. They do. So George Strait, there are reasons why they call George Strait the king of country. During the 80s, 7 of his albums reached #1 on the country charts. In the 2000s, he was named Artist of the Decade by Academy of Country Music, and elected into the Country Music Hall of Fame. He's won a Grammy for the album Troubadour, and CMA Entertainer of the Year in 89, 90, 2013, ACM Entertainer of the Year in 1990 and 2014. Been nominated for more CMAs and ACMs, and has more wins in both categories than any other artist.
Really?
Yeah, he's a lot of artists do their farewell tours. Well, um, George Strait did his final concert for the Cowboy Rides Away tour at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas in
What year? What year was that?
2014.
2014.
Yeah, it drew right at 105,000 people and making it a new record for largest indoor concert in North America.
Wow, that's a big
Yeah,
concert.
and
That's a
that's a
big
bunch.
concert. It's a
That's
huge
a lot
draw.
of people,
Yeah,
you know.
it's a lot of people, man.
Hey, but it, you know, I'm a rock guy, as all of us are, but I do like all genres, and I'm a big fan of country. I am. When the 80s ended and the 90s came and the grunge happened, I had to have somewhere to go, brother, and a lot of us went down that same path. You know,
There
um,
you go.
yeah.
There you go.
So, but we talked about this earlier. There's yardsticks of how we measure success in music, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
talk about bands that sell millions of albums, and then there's a few bands that have sold 100 million albums,
yeah.
and you start naming them, Zeppelin and the Stones, etc. But George Strait has sold 100 million albums.
Wow. Wow. He was
You
huge
know.
back in the 80s, early 80s. He was big. I remember my first exposure to George Strait was that movie he did, Pure Country. That was
Great
huge. That
movie.
was big. I remember my
Uh-huh.
girlfriend, one of the girls I was dating at the time, um, they were from Oklahoma originally, and they were really into country. I had zero exposure to it at that time. I was in my late 19, early 20s, I guess. It would have been early 80s, 79, 80, 81, I guess. So I was just getting into the clubs at that time. But her whole family went to that movie. It was like an event, and they just loved him. They loved him. The whole family knew about him. They'd seen him live a couple of times, and he spanned generations even at that time. So yeah, yeah, that was pretty cool. It was very cool. I just always love it though, at the country shows when like Keith Urban will he'll throw some dirt on his guitar and he'll pull off some AC/DC or something like that. I always love it when they do that at country shows. Um, Heck, even Billy Joel's band will pull off some AC/DC from time to time. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, these country shows around here, Charles knows, at our local outdoor sheds, they'll sell mega ticket
big deal.
packages
It's a big deal.
where
Yeah.
you buy 8 concerts at once that lasts from May through October, and you know you can buy the country one, or but we've bought those in years past and seen George Strait, um, here in Raleigh a couple of times. Always great, you know. The guy doesn't have enough time to sing all his. No, he's had he's had 60 number one songs.
60.
60.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. His last stint
What was his
in
first album? What was his first album? Do we know that?
Yeah.
And what year was it? That would have been. He was already huge by the end of the 70s. He was huge in 78, 79, right? I'm getting that time correct, aren't I?
Yeah.
Because that movie Pure Country was in the early 80s.
81.
Was it 81? He
He
wasn't before
started
81?
in
Really?
81, yeah. Um, and it was every year for ever
Okay.
since. Yeah. Um, yeah. 81 on. Yeah.
How many times have you seen him, Tony?
Probably 3 or 4. Um, yeah. Last time I saw George Strait, it was 2008, I want to say.
Okay.
2007. But he played Greensboro and he played in the round. And
No, I'm on the.
his opening act was Taylor Swift. And it was
Oh,
her
really?
first tour. I mean,
Oh,
it
I bet that
was,
was cool.
yeah,
That
it
was cool.
it was her first tour. Um, so that was a great show, yeah. But what happened at that show, and this was 07, 08, it was right after she came out, okay? So after her set, she went out and signed autographs in the concourse, okay? But in the Greensboro Coliseum, you can walk all the way around the place in the concourse, right? So
Mhm.
we walked around, and it was a line waiting on her that was halfway around the place. So I'm not waiting in that kind of line. I don't care about that. So as we walked by her actual booth, it was like all of a sudden the people kind of cleared a little bit, and she was 10 feet away. And in a really loud voice, I said, "Hey, Taylor."
I can
and
see you doing this.
her and the people who she were signing for all looked up, and she said, "Hey."
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah.
So you just got a shout out and didn't get anything signed?
Nah, I wasn't gonna wait in that line.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Let me give you a sneak peek of some of the
It's a cool one.
guitar picks. That's from one of the Vegas stints.
Nice. Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, dude. Um, yeah, I love George Strait. Um, um, and I think both my kids have went when we went and saw George Strait. Yeah, so yeah. And how cool is George Strait? Is that dude just the coolest cat on the earth, or what?
I I can remember, my real age. It's funny because I'm not that. into country music. I'm really not. I've never really been into it that much. But I have my favorites. And so he set the standard for the country music that I listened to in the 80s. He used to be, you know what? He was an original. He was an original. He's now my favorite's Willie. I gotta say that. That's my heart goes to Willie in country. I love Willie. And George was always he sort of set the benchmark for other guys to maybe try to copy. You know, back in those days, there was no Keith Urban yet, really.
Right. No.
There was no, there wasn't even Achy Breaky Heart yet, you know?
Yeah.
And
No.
so I don't consider him new country at all. He is old country. He's country from a genre and a time where there was a lot of class, a lot of
Yeah.
class act. He
Right.
had he doesn't have any blemishes on his character. He
No. No.
he stands alone, and I give him credit for that. Big
Yeah.
time, big time.
Yeah.
Look up to him.
Um. Yeah. King George. Yeah. Um. Yeah. George Strait has not slowed down.
Hey, I see we have Sean the bassist is in the chat. What's going on, Sean? It's nice to meet you, man.
Yeah. But no, I'll tell you when the 80s ended and all our favorite rock bands started not doing everything that they used to do as they used to do it, and some broke up and some got really weird. But when the grunge thing hit, I was not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I had to have somewhere to go. Um, hey, Andy Dion. Um,
Andy, what's going on, bro?
so at that point, I dove back into a lot of old Hank and, you know, Reba.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was not liking all this rock that was popular all of a sudden in the early
Mm-hmm.
90s um yeah. So
I liked it when country started rocking up, though. I mean, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, me too. Um
I like anything guitar driven, so that's kind of really the thing that I like, you know.
yeah. Um well, all you got to do is know a little something about George Strait.
It's not the hardest question.
No, it is not. Um Let me look at something real quick. All right. Um, okay. You can see that okay?
Hmm.
Yeah, George is not as young as he used to be. So a lot of George's stuff are these Vegas stints, you know.
And he's still performing.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
yeah, oh yeah.
He's got to be in his 70s now.
He is.
Okay.
And he's done shows this year already. Yeah. Yeah. Um so those of you just stopping by, this is what we're playing for from 1998 right there. Yeah. Who wants it, Charles?
Somebody in that chat. I know that's right.
We are gonna give that thing away. Um, what? Well, all right, Chris. Okay. All right. Who wants this George Strait pick?
Christopher Sauer, you are awesome, bro. You are awesome. Let me see.
All right. All right. Trivia. Who's ready to type? Get ready. All right. So, you know a little something about George Strait, do you? If you win this pick, there's an email address down below in the description where it says merch. Email me your name and address. I'll mail you this pick out Monday morning. Everybody ready?
Good luck, you guys.
All right. Coming at you broadside. Ready? Here we go. What is the name of George Strait's band? What's the band name?
It's a relatively simple question.
All right, kids.
It's straightforward.
Yeah, and that's a cool pick too for knowing that. So let's see it. What's the name of George Strait's band?
Lenny Lou.
There it is.
Lenny, you rock. Lenny Lou.
Ace in the hole
Yes.
band.
Congratulations, Lenny. That's so cool. That is so cool.
Andy, right behind her. Yeah, the Ace in the Hole band, and even back before he got signed, before he just went by George Strait, they just called him the Ace in the Hole band. So,
That's so cool. Congratulations, Lenny.
yes,
Very cool.
Lenny, I will mail you this out on Monday. Congratulations. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, yes, congratulations, Lenny Lou. Thanks for being here, and thanks to all you guys for being here. Christopher Live Sour went to Kiss a couple of nights ago.
I feel
How
like I
was it?
watched like half the concert over his shoulder. It
Yeah,
was outstanding, Christopher. I enjoyed in fact, there's still more videos of yours that you put up there. I haven't even got to them yet, but I will. Um, God, it was so cool. His ears are still ringing.
Christopher Live Sawa has seen every Kiss guitar player this summer except Vinnie Vincent. He's seen Ace, Tommy,
Yep. Yep.
Bruce.
Yep.
The only one he hasn't seen yet is Vinnie Vincent.
he goes to a bunch of concerts and has been to a slew of them since concerts have gone back.
I think he goes to the most concerts of anybody that I'm around. He's a concert going dude, man. I enjoy the heck out of it, Christopher. Thanks for everything you put up, man. I get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Super cool, man.
Yeah, nobody's seen Vinnie Vincent. Um, yeah, and I don't expect any appearances of him on that Kiss tour. You, Charles?
Yeah.
You
I don't think
kid?
so. Mm-mm.
No. I hope they get Ace back, but I doubt it.
That's what I hope. Right there is my one hope.
I don't think it's going to happen, though. Do you, Charles?
I
Final show?
never say never with Kiss, you guys. I never
Really?
say never.
Think they'll
Gene,
bring him out for the last show. Let him
if
play
they
one
don't, it's a
song.
damn shame. And then I'm just
Let
going
him
to
play
say it
one
like
song.
that. It should be more than that. It should be more than that. The fans deserve.
Yeah, but would Tommy leave the stage?
Didn't have
It
to.
ain't gonna happen.
He didn't have to. He wouldn't have to. They can make it happen. They can make it happen, and it's all about the fans at this point. Fans deserve it. I certainly hope they step up and make it happen for the
They're
fans.
they're gonna
Yeah,
play. I think they're gonna play every show like they're doing, including the last.
yeah. And they sounded really good. Everything that I saw sounds really good. There's they're doing little things what they need to do to make it sound right, but it's really cool. It's really cool.
Charles, did you think Halford was getting a little help?
Oh, he was getting more than a little help.
Yeah.
He's getting a ton
I don't
of
think that's
help.
all real.
It's not. It's not.
It always is on echo. His
Yeah.
voice is always echo.
It was all manufactured. A lot of it was manufactured. Not all of it, but a lot of it is. But I'll take it that way. I loved it. I'll take it just like that. Just getting to see him up there and getting to see him perform is worth it. Even with things like Dave Roth. I mean, I hope he never retires. I hope he doesn't. I hope he just, whatever he's got to do to perform however he needs to. And his,
say what you will about Dave, but his vocals are real. His backing vocals are fake.
yeah.
But his vocals
Right.
are
He's
real.
still using his real voice. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
He's still using his voice.
But the backing vocals in his band are canned.
Yeah.
Because they're just like the record. They're too perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
But his voice is far from perfect, so you can tell he's actually singing.
And I don't care though. I don't care. I just enjoy hearing him, and that's just the way
I just like seeing him on stage because he's so entertaining.
He lights up a room. I don't care. He just lights up the room. He's Diamond Dave. He always will be.
Vince Neil's fell off stage.
I heard. I was just about to mention it. That was the next thing I was going to talk about. Vince.
Yeah, and apparently he broke some ribs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So they say.
that's what they say. That's going to make it hard to breathe. Make it hard to get his breath even. It's hard enough now, right?
Friends of mine are up there. I haven't heard from them about it, but it's up Gatlinburg area, Charles.
Mm.
So it's fairly near here.
Yeah.
Where that thing, and it's different bands each day. Um, Tesla, Vixen, Firehouse.
It's all the bands we want to hear.
Yeah. But it's a
Man.
great thing. I, you know, had a little idea about going, but yeah.
When it becomes something where we can just make it happen, we'll go. We'll go. You and me have got some concerts to go to, Tony. I mean, we've definitely got, there's going to be shows that we're going to be going to see and everything. So,
Oh yeah.
but I would love to have been able to count Tesla. It couldn't happen. It just didn't happen. They played the Fillmore. The Fillmore. That is the single smallest rock club in Charlotte.
What does it hold, Charles?
Geez, under 300 people. First of all, it's
That's
under
small?
300. It's tiny. It is a hole in the wall. It's a hole in the. It might hold 325 people, maybe. The Fillmore's tiny. I mean, it's a tiny little place.
I've never been in there.
It's tiny. I don't even.
That's how small a room they play in Charlotte. Around here, they'll play like 2,000, 1,000.
Oh no! The Fillmore's tiny.
There's a
Fillmore's
bunch
itty-bitty
of
little place.
places in Charlotte of all sizes, but I've never been in that place before.
Yeah, it's one of the best places to see a show.
Now, also, Charles, you mentioned them playing in there, and we knew about that, but they are also the opening act. Tesla is the opening act for Leonard Skinner in the Greensboro Coliseum, and that's upcoming this month or next month.
Yep.
Are you going to that, Tea-Cake?
I don't know yet.
We don't know yet. It's still up in the air.
Yeah. I'd like to.
Oh, I'd love to too,
Yeah. I'd love to go see Tesla. Yeah.
Tesla's on my list. I can't believe I didn't go to the Fillmore to see him. I just couldn't make it happen. I had just too much going on. It would have been just thoroughly irresponsible for me to go, which is a stretch because I can make things happen sometimes. And it just wasn't going to happen this time. And I'm really depressed about it. They're one of my favorite bands, and I don't take it for granted anymore from my favorite bands from the 80s. If they're coming around and I don't see them, that's my bad. I just blew it. As far as
Charles, what's your favorite Tesla album? What's your favorite Tesla song?
My favorite Tesla song is Modern Day Cowboy.
Nice.
Off their first album. That's
good choice.
My favorite, period.
Love that album.
Favorite album?
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
First song they released, first record.
Yep.
Yeah, Mechanical Resonance. Yes, sir.
Mechanical Resonance, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're a life-changing band, man. I remember the first time I heard them, I was just like, whoa. They were live. They went live. It was on KLOS, and they went live from the Texas Jam. So they were playing the Motor Speedway in Texas on our radio. And so it came on. We were all sitting around my buddy's garage throwing darts. I'll never forget it. And they came on. They hit that stage, and it was like, oh, shit. It was something. And yeah, that was the start of it all, man. Start of it all. Very cool. Very cool.
Nice. Let's change the view. All right. Lenny Lou, that is
Lenny Lou, you rock.
Put that aside. All right. So those are 198. Nice. Nice. All right. Let's look at some of these others.
That's a nice pick.
All right. Alrighty. All right.
Nice. There it is. Pure Country Tour.
Yeah. And here's an old one that's broke, and it's two-sided. And yeah. Let's craft this out a little.
Get that thumbnail.
Let's craft this out a thumbnail, shall we?
Very cool.
And there it is. All right. And back to there. You ever gone and seen George Strait, Charles?
Nope.
No.
Haven't.
Yeah. I've seen him a few. That last being 07, 08. Yeah. But we'll we'll do more country shows here on the channel as we go. You'll see a Jason Aldean episode.
Very cool.
I'm
Very
sure
cool.
at some point you'll see a Kenny Chesney episode at some point. Yeah. So
Didn't somebody tell me that our very own Sandra Picorni used to sing in a country band back in the day? Didn't I hear
she
that from
did.
someone?
She did.
I would love
Yeah.
to hear that story. Not putting anyone on the spot or anything of that nature, but I would love to hear that story sometime, Sandra. That would be really
Very talented.
cool.
Multi-talented.
I would love to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so let me share something with everybody. So, those of you musicians, you guitar players, if you want any guitar picks made that has your stuff, this guy right here at Legend Picks, who made these for us, his links are down in the description. Legend Picks. Um, and his artist resume is huge. You can just click on that link of that cover page, and I see several Show Me Your Pick episodes from the bands that he makes picks for: Styx and Ted Nugent and Cheap Trick and Ace Frehley, and you know.
Hey, I see, and I believe this is the way to pronounce it. Symmetry, is that correct? Is in the chat. How you doing?
Welcome.
Good to see you, bro.
Nice. Um, Charles, you got any gear, new gear, or you got any gear coming?
Neil Daly just finished me a guitar. It's coming 24th. I should have it by the first week in November, something like that. It's a
Mm.
birthday present to myself.
Mm.
And so, yeah, I got that coming. I got a bunch of things in the work for this next year. New
So
amp,
you got a
new
guitar
things.
coming from the one and only Neil Daly, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to play the hell out of it, you guys.
So there's Neil Daly's links are in the description. If you want something built, yeah. Any hints on what you're getting, Charles?
Well, the cat's kind of out of the bag because on this last Halenville, he pulled it out and showed it. So it's a Frankie. It's just like yours. They're identical, in fact. Uh, yeah, it's a beautiful guitar. It's a
Mm.
beautiful guitar. He builds. You know, he builds it to spec. He'll build you what you want. If you want something real specific, something high end, it doesn't matter how high end it is. He'll build it for you. Um, Guitars that me and Tony had him build us, or I would call them his average build. It's just an average build. It's not super over the top, but it's spot on. It'll play correct. It'll stay in tune. It's intonated properly, and they will take abuse because we're going to play the hell out of these things. I'm looking forward to putting some videos out, and yeah, he builds really nice guitars, you guys. Neil Daly. Very cool.
And yours is this, huh,
Yep,
Charles?
they're
Nice.
identical. They're identical.
Nice. Very cool. When is this gonna arrive?
Uh, Pay him for it on the 23rd or the 24th, so it'll take him. I'm probably going to send him I'm probably going to send an EVH SKB hard shell case to him and have him ship my guitar in a hard shell case to me.
Mm.
So he doesn't even know that yet. So, but that's kind of how I roll. So,
Yeah.
so when it gets here,
It'll be
this is
in the
really the
case.
only way to ship a guitar, you guys. If you want to
It'll
make sure that's
be
going to get there in one piece, it's going to come in one piece. And
it'll be in the case that you shipped him first.
yeah, well, those hard shell SKB EVH cases are they're not indestructible, but they're pretty darn close to indestructible. You really, it's like an insurance policy.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh
um,
yeah. It'll
and
arrive okay.
not that I'm worried that, you know, if it had showed up and something was wrong with it, that it, you know, number one, it's totally, it's just a
That's
guitar.
a
It's totally
surefire
repairable, you know,
way to make sure.
but that's just kind of how I do things. So I'll be sending him that sometime in the next week or so, and then he'll ship it to me, and then I'll do an unboxing. Yeah.
Is
I'll
that going to
check it
cost
out.
more on the return shipping, Charles, with the case added to it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's no big deal though.
Yeah.
Weight wise, it's not a big deal, and it's just worth every single dime. In my opinion, that's just how I like to do it. I don't
He
want
sends it
to.
in the case and then he wraps it in bubble wrap?
Well, once he puts it in the case, he's not going to have to do any of that. I'll send him a SKB case, and he'll just simply put the guitar in the case and take the case and put it back in the box the case came from, and that's the shipping right there. And he just ship it just like that. The case, the cardboard box protects the case, and the case protects the guitar. And if the case gets damaged, great, because that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
So, you know, Neil doesn't even know this. We're pulling this out of a hat. He won't care. He'll be fine with that. He appreciates that kind of stuff, I'm sure.
No,
And,
you'll love it.
yeah,
You'll love it.
I know it.
Stays in tune. Yeah. 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 Everything you can look at every inch of it, and everything's tight, and everything is there, and yeah, yeah. I can't wait for you to get it, dude.
I can't either. Can't either, guys. Enjoy it.
Nice, Charles.
Man, congratulations, Lenny. That's so awesome. Enjoy that pick, girl.
Yeah, George
Very cool.
Strait pick.
Very cool. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Tool, Christopher Live Sour, Tool, and Nightwish.
When is Tool?
February?
At where?
Garden.
And this'll make how many times that you've
Tool?
seen? Yeah.
Probably around my 10th, because I saw him 3 times on 10,000 Days, or 4 times. So I'd say I'm close to 10 on Tool. I've been seeing them since Anima, 98.
Have you seen Stone Sour? Any chance?
Yes, I've seen them a couple times. Yep.
Cool. I've seen Stone Sour a couple times too. I haven't seen Tool as many times as you, though.
Have you ever seen Tool at all?
Oh yeah, I've seen Tool 3 times.
How far back?
The last time I saw them was in 2006.
Yeah, 10,000 Days tour.
2000, yeah.
Did you see the Anima tour in 98?
No,
97?
that was
96?
before. No.
You saw them after that. So you saw Lateralis.
Yeah. Yeah.
You saw them on good tours.
Yes. 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 And they're such a great show. You got to see them live. I didn't realize. First time I saw Tool, I didn't realize. I didn't know. And I mean, they're a visual band. You got to go see those guys live to really, really appreciate them. Their percussion is just
Yeah, Danny's
incredible.
great.
I mean, it's like a whole nother level. And I didn't realize until I got into Stone Sour really about Corey Taylor. I didn't really know, and then I started getting into it. Actually, it was my kids who got me into them.
Who,
My
Stone
son
Sour?
Daniel. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. So I was fortunate enough to go to some concerts with my kids, and they immersed me in some different music. They've taken me some crazy shows, you guys. I've seen some serious shows with just my kids that I never would have really ever gotten into had they not taken
Nice.
me along.
Nice, Chris.
Very cool. Very cool, Christopher. Yeah.
Nice, Keith.
I see that, Keith.
Hang
Very
on to
cool.
that, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
Hang on to that. Yeah. There's not a lot of those out there. Yeah. Yeah. What other show have you got lined up, kid, did you say?
The only two that I'm definitely going to are Tool and Nightwish. I'm going to a lot with my daughter, but I don't always know the names of the artists. Like this week we saw St. Vincent. My daughter's going to be 20, so she follows a lot of female independent artists, so I go with her.
Right, right.
It's great. That's great.
Nice.
She doesn't like the old man rock.
The old man rock. I know.
That's so cool, Analog. That's all right. Embrace your kids. Let them take you to the music they love and enjoy it, guys.
Yeah, I'm just glad that she likes music at all, because my son doesn't.
Yeah, well, me and Charles went to Guns N' Roses a couple of weeks ago, and every time since I've gone back to see them since they reunited, and I've went back in 2017 and saw them. What I notice each time now is how broad of an audience that they have. There were kids there, and there were those our age and older. You know, yeah. So I, we saw a lot of kids there, and each time, these kids know this music. You know, um, and that's good to see. You know, so you got any more live music lined up, Charles?
Not unless you and me throw something in a bag and go for it. That's pretty much the way I see it. Right now, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting.
Yeah,
We got a lot of time on our hands now, and there's so many shows that are coming.
we'll get out there.
Absolutely, we sure
Yeah,
will.
we'll get out there.
I can't believe I let Tesla go like that. I'm kicking myself for that. I'm going to complain about it for the next couple of months, guys. So just get used to it. Sorry, but what do you want?
Yeah.
I don't like missing shows anymore. And
Well,
and
I knew about that show, but I also knew about them opening up for Skinner
yeah,
in a venue closer to me, so
yeah, yeah.
I didn't feel so bad about missing that.
No, it'd be good to see Skinner again too. It's not, it's not the same lineup anymore. Not even close.
No,
I
we.
saw their farewell tour
I don't
back
think
in.
Rossington's doing this tour, right? The guy from
I
Brother Kane is, right?
Oh, really?
believe yes.
Yeah,
I think
yeah. The guy Damon Johnson from Brother Kane is
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Damon
but you'll
Johnson's played with Alice Cooper and a few other people too.
but you'll be able to hear their hits, and they'll be good versions of their hits.
That's all they
You
play
know,
usually is hits.
Yeah, yeah.
If Gary's not there, the only one there is Johnny. So, really and truly, if Gary's not there, then there are no original members.
Yeah.
Right, but once Gary passes, I think Johnny will take the torch. I think they'll keep replacing members with Leonard Skinner. That's just my guess. What do you think?
Yeah, they're gonna keep.
I don't think they're
putting
going to hold to the original member thing.
They can't.
They'll just say, "Well, that's his brother."
Yeah, yeah.
Am I wrong?
I think you're right. You're
I
absolutely
think I'm right.
What happened? Um, Ronnie Van Zant's widow, she makes the most.
Right. Every time they go out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time. And there was a contract at one time that said there must be at least 3 original members in order for everything else to fall into place under this contract.
True, but that contract has been revised as more and more
broken
members.
right,
Right.
right.
Because
Yeah.
she gets a cut out of every time they play a
Oh
show,
yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So I don't think she's going to hold to that.
Well, I mean, as long as me and you are still paying the money to go see Skinner at the shed every summer, then she, why not?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there. If Gary's not there, then there's no original members.
Well, they sometimes pull that card that Ricky Medlock, who's a guitarist in the band, who was also in Blackfoot, wasn't he originally their drummer, like before they were famous?
Yeah. Right.
Like on the original Muscle Shows sessions, right?
Mm.
Like pre-Leonard Skinner.
That's kind of a stretch, though.
Yeah, being famous. I know. There's plenty of stretching going on there, Charles.
But I'd still love to hear hearing their classics.
Ricky Medlock's great, though. He gives them a lot of energy.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's a good showman.
Him. And,
Hey,
it's basically the
always
Ricky and Johnny show at this point.
Sure. It's always good to hear Freebird once in a while. You know what I mean? It's just there.
This is blasphemy, Charles, and I'll probably get struck down for saying this, but truthfully, Johnny Van Zant's a better singer than Ronnie was. Ronnie wrote great songs, but Johnny, not in the beginning. When he started, he was shaky and he wasn't very good on stage. He had no stage presence, but he's grown into that role. I mean, he's been in the band for like what? It's been well over 30 years at this point.
Yeah. It's been 3 decades.
Yeah, right.
So
his voice has gotten kind of huskier, and I know that's blasphemy, but he's actually a really good singer. And Ronnie Van Zant wasn't the greatest singer.
No,
really
he was just
he was a good songwriter.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Johnny Van Zant, I know no one will believe me, but I think Johnny Van Zant's a better singer. Just singing alone.
Yeah.
Especially today. His voice has gotten better over the years. He's improved.
Over the years.
Whereas most guys drop off a cliff
Yeah.
You know,
So
most
he's
of them
still
hit
doing it.
50 and they can't do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I haven't heard him lately, though. Last I heard
Yeah.
him was a long time ago, so maybe he's not so good these days.
It's been years. I saw him at the
Well,
Universal Amphitheater back in guys, this was a long time ago, man. It was in the 80s. It was in the 80s. It had to be maybe 87, 86. Does that sound right? It was
Yeah,
one
that's
of
when
their
they first came back,
it was
87.
it was their
right,
reunion
The first
comeback.
one, yeah.
right.
And there were still tons of original members. They were bringing a couple of the I can't remember oh god, I can't get his name. He was in a wheelchair.
Ed King.
Alan Collins.
Yes. They brought
Oh,
him
yeah,
out.
no, he's right. It's Alan. It was Alan
Yeah,
Collins.
Alan. It was Alan.
Right.
Yeah, because
And
Ed King was in the band then.
yeah, and they brought him out, and you know, and that, but there was still the original band was still there. There were still members who were. It was after the plane crash, and I remember that. It was great. It was great. It was good to see him and hear him. Um, you know, because they're an institution. Their music is timeless for some of us. So, um, no, they you know they got some really great tunes too. They some of the original video I remember of Leonard Skinner was they were in England playing a festival in England, and the music was just completely unique. It was unheard because it was Southern rock, and and the way that when they went there and they were playing at this festival, 100,000 people or more, and all the people there in England were just loving that stuff, eating it up, and
You talking about Nebworth?
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah. And yeah, just good stuff. Just good stuff. And it's timeless. It's timeless. I'd
I
love to
wonder
go
if
see
Christopher
him.
Live Sawa likes Needle in the Spoon and On the Hunt. I like deep Skinner tracks.
Oh, I'm
Does it?
sure he
The
does.
ones you don't hear on the radio, you know.
That's right. That's right. Those are deep tracks, bro. Deep
Yeah.
tracks.
Give Me Back My Bullets. That's a good song.
That's the good stuff, man. They were playing all that stuff too.
The Ballad of Curtis Lowe.
Yeah, that's classic. That is classic stuff right there. That's as good as it gets. That's as good as it gets right there.
Yeah.
For me, that's old school Skinner. Give me 3 steps, man. Give me 3 steps.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Second Helping album. That's a great album. Working for MCA, great song. Forgot about that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was rock, man. It was all rock.
Yeah. It brings to mind when we did our Leonard Skinner show a few months ago. Steve Rosen, the rock journalist, was supposed to, they scheduled him for the Guitar World interview that weekend. So he was supposed to be on that plane. He had something else going. He was in a band at the time and said, "Well, I can't do this date. Can we do the week or two after that?" And they agreed. MCA Records, and but he showed that original confirmation from MCA that of
Mhm.
that date that he was due to be on that flight.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
no, I'm mistaken. He was not in a band. He was in a band at the time, but he was on a softball team and they had made the playoffs and he had a commitment to that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
He's lucky,
Yeah.
to say the least.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can, just by saying that about Johnny, you can draw conclusions of how would Ronnie evolved as a singer if he were still here,
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
you know. 'Cause I remember listening to those old Johnny Van Zant band songs back like 81, 82. And yeah, he was young once too.
Yes, he was.
So
Yes, he was.
yeah. All right. So Charles Green and Analog Kid, we are gonna wind things down here for Show Me Your Pick for tonight. George Strait. Congratulations to Lenny
Lenny, you rock.
Lou
Say hello
for
to Mary
rounding
for
this
us.
out.
We love
To
you
you on
guys.
Monday. Yeah.
We love you guys in the chat. You guys rock.
All right. So she is not in the backstage room, but let's show some love. Special thank you to Show Me Your Pick co-producer Sandra Picorni.
You rock, Sandra.
Sandra, thank you for all you do around here, sweetie. Yeah.
The best.
Yes. Thank you. All right, kids. We are going to get out of here. Chat, thanks for hanging out. Those watching on replay, thanks for watching. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you like country, there'll be more country shows here on Show Me Your Pick. Stay tuned. We cover all genres here. But we appreciate you being here, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and we will see you guys hopefully right back here next Saturday night for Show Me Your Pick. Kid and for Charles Green, we're signing off. Have a great weekend. Thank
Love you
you.
guys. Rock on.